Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Taylor Sanders Field here on the campus of Southwestern University for Game 1 in this weekend's SCAC Series featuring the visiting Trinity University Tigers and your Southwestern University Pirates. Trinity currently number 2 in the SCAC softball standings. They are 15-3 overall in conference, 22-6 their record. Coming off a loss earlier in the week at home, as they fell against TLU. 9-2 was the final. Previous to that, it had been a sweep over Concordia down in the Alamo City. Southwestern looking to bounce back after a season sweep. They lost all 3 on the road at Centenary and Shreveport. Southwestern trying to get back in the win column. Southwestern currently 12-13 overall, 10-5 in conference, sitting 4th in the SCAC softball standings. This the 66th all-time meeting between these two. Southwestern has won 30 of those earned, has walked 16, struck out 16, as batters averaging .333 against the Pirates senior. Visitors trying to keep pace with TLU. TLU just a single loss in conference, just one loss overall for the Bulldogs. A critical series for both of these two. We'll have a doubleheader tomorrow, but first, game 1 here tonight. Second baseman Samantha Zagawa leads things off. Does the sophomore out of Agora Hills, California. Zagawa third on this team, .442 average. Started every game this season for the Tigers. A .542 on base percentage, you would imagine, for the leadoff hitter. Has plenty of speed. Lays the bunt down, but trickles foul. Quick 0-2 count. Defensively for Southwestern, Vela in the circle. Torn Alexander is her catcher. The infield from third to first. Callie Collier on the hot corner. Southwestern will get you the rest of the infield after the pitch. Vela takes a look at the call. And this is popped up into shallow right, and dropping back is Clark from second, first out. The rest of the infield, Collier on the hot corner, Darby Burke at short, Daniela Clark introducing herself at second. Megan McCarthy is the first baseman. The outfield, Emily Nevada's in left, Erica Otto in center, Cadence Garza is the right fielder. So good start for the Pirates as Ella Whitaker comes to the plate, does the right field. Whitaker, the sophomore out of Byron Nelson High School up in the Metroplex. Unable to lay down the bunt. It'll be interesting to see how the field plays. A lot of rain yesterday and overnight, a bit earlier today. Thankfully, it is dried off. There's a stiff breeze, gusts of up to 15 miles an hour going across the diamond from first over to third. But you imagine there may still be some footing issues in the outfield. The infield, the tarp was on it all yesterday and today. This game even pushed back an hour from the original start time to give the field an extra hour to dry out. But we'll see if the outfielders have any footing issues, and if that ball hit sharply through, what kind of roll it has on it once it reaches the grass. Down the third base line, picked up Collier across, but safe as the throw pulled McCarthy off the bag. So Whitaker, first base runner of the ball game for the Tigers. So one away, one aboard. It brings up the catcher in the 3-hole, Anna Boudreau. Boudreau, the sophomore righty out of Shadow Creek High School in Houston. Boudreau second on this team, .443 average. Slugging .629. Boudreau, 2 home runs, 23 runs batted in. The throw to second not in time, and Whitaker puts herself in scoring position, swiping a bag early on. This Trinity team, they will take advantage of base runners. They're certainly going to move them along, given the opportunity. Whitaker, that her 27th stolen base of the season in 29 attempts. Southwestern certainly knew what was going to happen when she got aboard. As we said, Pirates trying to battle back. Boudreau at the plate. Whitaker coming off an impressive series, hit .400 in that sweep over Concordia. Stole 3 bases in as many games. 1-1. Just high. LA contact pitcher. He's going to have to be careful. This is a team that can swing the bats in Trinity. Eight and 2 in their last 10 are the Tigers. Fouled out of play to even the count. Again, just one for you on tap tonight. We'll have a doubleheader beginning at 1 p.m. here at beautiful Taylor Sanders Field tomorrow between these two. And then Pirates down to their final 5 conference series of the season. Southwestern. 2 away. Carson Lee in the cleanup spot. Carson Lee in the cleanup spot comes to the plate, does the Tigers' first baseman. Lee, the 5'5 junior right. Lee leads his team 453, average slugging 674. Also leads his team with 24 runs batted in. Trinity wants to take advantage of the base runner, particularly the stolen base, putting Whitaker in scoring position. See if Lee can change places with her. Fella just missing up and away to even the count. Pirates 7 and 4 here in the friendly confines of Taylor Sanders Field this season. The visitors, they are 7 and 2 on the road. Trying to give TLU, the perennial powers of SCAC softball, a run for their money. The Bulldogs down there in Seguin, not just one of the top teams in conference, one of the top teams in all of Division III softball. Bella comes with the 2-1. Inside, just missing low. 3-1 now, the count to Lee. The national championship still residing here in the great state of Texas, up in Marshall, Northeast Texas, ETBU. Tigers of East Texas Baptist, last year's Division III national champions on their home diamond. 3-1 driven to left. That's a base hit all the way to the fence. Coming in to score is Whitaker. And safely on to second is Lee. A stand-up RBI double. Tigers on top, 1-0. Pirates have given up damage with 2 outs. They've had trouble at times getting out of innings this season. Arizona takes the initial offering for a strike 1. Garcia, 421 average. Another one of those tough outs, a 507 on-base percentage for the freshman. Garcia looking to switch places with Lee, currently occupying second. Vela finds herself up 0-2. See if she can sit Garcia down and get out of this inning, conceding just a single run. Gets to the outside. That's going to go into the glove. Take the opportunity to thank our corporate sponsors, Don Hewlett Chevrolet and Buick, Airmark Food and Facility Services, Jeremiah's Italian Ice, and Frost Bank. Big thanks for their continued support of Southwestern University Athletics. Thank you as well. And as always, wholeheartedly encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not already. If you have, many thanks. It'll be Josie Colowine in the circle, the 5'9" sophomore righty out of Reno, Nevada. From the Academy of Arts, Careers, and Technology there in Nevada's second city. Colowine, a record of 11-2, a 2.00 ERA. Leads this team with 73 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up just 62 hits, 30 runs, 21 of those earned. Has struck out 37, walking 19. Batters averaging at 223. Bell. 302 average. This is her 44th at bat of the season. Collier waiting on deck. McCarthy batting third, and Alexander, the catcher, batting cleanup here for Southwestern. Bell coming off an impressive Game 3 in that loss at Centenary and Shreve. Had a 6-run lead. And then the hosts, the ladies of Centenary, battled back. Ultimately were able to plate 7 runs and took the victory to sweep the series. That coming after Southwestern took 2 of 3 from strike zone early on. She's going to have to make the adjustments. So tying run aboard for the Pirates, no outs. As Bell drew a leadoff walk, and here comes Callie Collier, the third baseman. Collier, the senior out of Columbus, Texas. Colawan with her first strike. Trying to settle in a bit. Offered at it, did Collier, and it's going to be an 0-2 count to Callie. Collier, 368 average. There's her 12th start of the season. Colawan low and away, just a bit too far in that direction. Pirates star first baseman Megan McCarthy waiting on deck. Already action up in the visitors' bullpen. Trinity wasting no time, hit sharply to the short, double play opportunity, 6-4, did not get the 3, but they will get the lead runner. Nicely done by Baltzell, did a very good job getting that one quickly out of her glove.
Now batting, first baseman, number 28, Megan McCarthy.
So Collier safe at first, Bell off the base pass, and now Megan McCarthy comes to the plate. McCarthy, the senior lefty out of Greenfield, Indiana, the Cathedral High School product. 1-2, underneath it, throw to second. Not in time. Collier stealing the whole way, did a good job putting herself in scoring position as McCarthy down and swinging for the second out.
Now batting, pitcher number 19, Alexander.
Colawan picking up her 38th strikeout of the season, first of the game. Pirates catcher Torrin Alexander batting cleanup. Digs in, does the junior out of Katie Tompkins. In for strike one. Alexander just low. Great eye there from Alexander, not chasing it. Daniela Clark, Pirates second baseman, waiting on deck. Alexander hit sharply, deep in the hole to short, across. Nicely done, Baltzell. 6-3. The Pirates unable to equalize through 1-0. Tigers on top.
Hey, Pirate fans, if you're hungry or thirsty, be sure to check out our concession stand located right behind the press box. This first inning was brought to you by our Pirate Athletics corporate sponsors, Don Hewlett Chevrolet Buick, Frost Bank, Airmark Food and Facility Services, and Jeremiah's Italian Ice.
Again tonight, game 1 of our 3-game series. Games 2 and 3 tomorrow. We'll have a 1 p.m. first pitch in the first game. Hope you'll join us. Weather should be perfect. I think all the rain is moved out of the area. Clear skies, a nice breeze. Temperature unseasonably cool after the rain, but we will certainly take it. It has been in the 60s and 70s here in Central Texas today, and well, it's going to get back to what we're accustomed to tomorrow, I believe. Looking at a high in the mid-80s, but it should be a very nice day nonetheless. And as always, hope you can come join us for that. Colawan leading things off, 6, 7, and 8. Colawan, Bowser, and Del Toro coming up for the visitors. The pitcher, Josie Colawan. Allowed just a single base runner thus far. We'll See what Colawine can do. At the plate, Bella back in the circle. Gave up 1 run and 2 hits her first inning of work. We'll see what the senior, former Odom Owl, has in store if she can settle down here in the second, facing her counterpart. Colawine, a .394 average. This is her 34th at bat of the season. She can certainly get it done from the plate. But it's Vela ahead in the count, 0-2. Sets to the outside as Alexander. The pitch is too far outside. Peyton Bowser in the 7-hole, third baseman for the Tigers, waiting on deck. Colawine just a piece of it to stay alive. Again, Trinity currently second in the SCAC softball standings. No surprise. Hit sharply into shallow center. That's going to drop a leadoff single for Colawine. Tigers pitcher aiding her own cause there. They're going to let Colawine run for herself. Do not see a pinch runner coming for Colawine as third baseman Peyton Bowser comes to the plate, does the senior righty out of Colorado. Bowser, .308 average. With a .424 on-base percentage. Great opportunity here. They want to keep the momentum going. They're able to find a run in the first. Definitely want to add to that. See if they can tack on another 1 or 2 here. Do the Tigers. Probably trying to clamp down defensively. For the first time, allowing the lead batter to get aboard. Bowser back in. 1-2 from Vela. Right down Main Street. Bowser down looking as Vela picks up her first strikeout. I don't know what Bowser was thinking there. Possibly it was a bit low, but that one looked to be square across the plate and above the knees as well. Home plate umpire thought likewise. Pirates pick up the first out. Bottom of the second, 5, 6, and 7 up for the Pirates. Daniela Clark leading things off. Southwestern had a base runner in the first. Their designated player, Emery Bell, drew a 4-pitch walk to lead things off. Ultimately, the Pirates couldn't advance her and couldn't bring her in. Clark trying to get something going. The sophomore righty out of St. Anthony Catholic High School in San Antonio, facing her hometown side. A large contingent of Alamo City natives on this Pirates roster. I'm sure they are always looking forward to facing Trinity. You know that's a series circled on their calendars for sure. Clark, 344 average. Started 24 of the 25 games this year for the Pirates. Been a stalwart at second base. Now she can get something going here at the plate. Much as we saw in the first, finds herself ahead in the count 3-0. Bell drew a walk in this situation. Clark still may, but it will not be on 4 pitches. Clark took one extra, but a second consecutive leadoff walk issued by Colawine. Right fielder Cadence Garza comes up. Junior righty out of San Antonio Brennan High School. Garza, 350 average, slow roller. Infield is pinched in, and that's going to be a base hit. Bowser was coming up, and that was right to short. Also was occupied trying to cover second, and now there are Pirates safely at first and second. So the first time today the Pirates have had 2 aboard. And in great situation with no outs. Tying run in scoring position. Go ahead run aboard as well. Darby Burke now to the plate. The freshman righty out of Madisonville. Burke, it's just her 28th at bat of the season. Just 3 hits, still trying to get the bat going early in her Pirate career. Offered at it, and it's 0-2 to Burke. We talk so much about taking advantage of opportunities. There's a golden one right here for the Pirates. They need to play at least one. The black and gold fans are hoping for more with 2 aboard and no outs. Great job, Boudreaux behind the plate. Nearly a wild pitch that got over her. Colawine just lost a bit of control. And as we said, there was rain yesterday, rain overnight, even into the early morning hours here in Central Texas. Haven't had rain for the last few hours, but you wonder if that, just a little bit of moisture on that ball and control issues possibly for Colawine, but she needs to give full credit to her catcher, Hannah Boudreaux. The sophomore from Pearland did a fantastic job just springing out of her stance and able to get gloves to that one, not allowing the base runners to advance. Burke back in. Able to fight it off. Erica Otto in the 8-hole, waiting on deck for the Pirates. One, two. Down, swinging goes Burke as Colawine picks up her second strikeout. That one rising a bit at the end, but that is simply, I'm going to pitch it, you try to hit it, and that time Colawine coming up the better. Erica Otto now to the plate, the senior from Schulenburg. Right back through the circle, a base hit to center field. They will hold the runner, and the bases are loaded for the Pirates. Otto wasting no time, jumping on the first pitch, sent her way. A 1 out, bases juiced, and it's the bottom of the order. Left fielder Emily Nevada up for the Pirates. Junior, another San Antonio product out of Earl Warren High School. Nevada is a 291 average. We mentioned the action in that Trinity bullpen. So far, they're letting Colawine continue. She's gotten herself into a jam. Can she get herself out? Vargas fouls it off. 1-1 now. Vargas 10 runs batted in and 55 at bats this season. Couldn't catch up to it. That one tailing away. Nice pitch from Colawine for strike 2. Colawine trying to battle back, pick up the second out. 1-2 over to Tagawa. Comes home with it. And able to keep a foot on the plate was Boudreaux. Nicely done by the second baseman and catcher both. The bases remain loaded. Pirates have not been able to find a run, and if Colawine can get out of this jam not conceding a run, that would be absolutely huge for the Tigers. Back to the top of the order. Freshman out of Leander. Emery Bell now at the plate. She drew a leadoff walk on 4 pitches. Would obviously be happy to take another walk in this situation. Colawine low and in to even the count at 1-1. Pirates at first, second, and third. Good eye from Bell, just low, 2-1 now. Garza at third, representing the tying run. Just a piece of it. Bell evens it at 2-2. Definitely the most tension we have seen thus far in the game. 2 away. Bases loaded. Bell awaits the 2-2. Great eye from Bell. I thought she was going to pull the trigger. She did not. And the count goes full. That is such a difficult thing to do with the bases loaded and that doing just out of the zone. Payoff pitch is low. Bell is walked. And the Pirates have equalized at 1. Colawine walking Garza in to tie the ball game. What an at-bat from Bell, and particularly from a freshman in that situation. You want to swing, you know you do. Things are difficult to lay off of. So many of those pitches just off the mark, but she did it. And the Pirates have tied it at 1. Still bases loaded. Callie Collier coming to bat, and she will face a new pitcher, it appears. That is going to do it for Colawine. Colawine 1 2/3 innings of work. Gave up 1 run in 2 hits. Did the sophomore righty from Reno, Nevada. So a new pitcher coming. That's going to be Jordan Arce. We mentioned she was up warming up in the bullpen. Arce, the 5'4" junior righty out of Thousand Oaks, California. A record of 5-1, 3.07 ERA, 29 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 15 hits, 15 runs, 13 of those earned. Has struck out 25, walked 19. Batters averaging a measly 147 against Arce. Collier will be the first Pirate to face the new hurler. We'll see what the Golden State native has in store here.
Now batting third baseman number 14, Callie Collier.
Arce was fantastic in that sweep over Concordia. He had 2 appearances against the Tornadoes, pitched 9 total innings, a complete game in which she only gave up 1 earned run. And Arce, you can already tell, more pop on her pitches. There's some smoke on that initial offering as Collier takes for strike 1. Initial impressions are that Arce is going to go after batters. Fouled off the hands. Oh, 2. Arce looking to retire the first batter she faces. Unable to do so in 3 pitches. Pirates have equalized. Can they go ahead for the first time? It may be a difficult proposition against Arce. Bases still loaded, 2 away. 1-2 to Collier. Low and away. And even with the rain abating earlier, still some moisture, humidity heavy. You wonder what impact that has on these pitchers. Collier down swinging as Arce strikes out the first batter she faces in emphatic fashion. But the Pirates equalize 1-1. Pirates able to tie things up as we head to the 3rd. Top of the 3rd, top of the order up for the Tigers, Tagawa, Whitaker, and Boudreaux. Southwestern having equalized with a run in the bottom of the 2nd after conceding the opener in the top of the 1st. Tagawa 0 for 1. Popped out to 2nd in her first at bat. Fouls it off and quickly finds herself down to the count 0-2. Sophomore from California back in. Visitors looking for the leadoff batter to get aboard for the 2nd consecutive inning. That being said, they couldn't do anything with it as Madison Vela clamped down on them in the 2nd. Striking out 2 of the next 3 she faced. She's given up 1 run and 3 hits through the first 2 innings. Tagawa over to short. Burke. The throw is low, nicely dug out by McCarthy. Well done from the senior at first base. The leadoff batter retired as Whitaker comes to the plate. Sophomore out of Roanoke, Texas. Whitaker 1 for 1, having singled to the left side. A little slap Coming in from third, the throw low, gets away from McCarthy. On to second goes Whitaker and safely in. The fielding, particularly on the left side of the infield, with Collier at third and Burke, not as crisp as the Pirates would hope early on, and that is going to be an E5 on Collier. The throw just low, had it in plenty of time. Nothing McCarthy could do as she rescued Burke in the previous play. Whitaker in scoring position at second. Tigers, another base runner as their catcher Hannah Boudreaux digs in. Boudreaux takes for strike one. Boudreaux 0 for 1, having popped out to second, her first time up. Fouls it off for an 0-2 count. Both teams have had base runners. That has not been the issue. Bringing them around has. Just one run each thus far. Boudreaux sharply hit right back by Vela. They will bring the runner in. And Tagawa sliding safely in to make it 2-1. Whitaker, excuse me there, coming in from second rather. Oh, 2-1. Boudreaux with the RBI. She now stands at first. Carson Lee to the plate. Lee, the cleanup hitter, already 1 for 1. An RBI double to left, her first time up. Pirates need to be careful here with the junior out of Flower Mound. Leads his team with batting .453 coming into today. Two 2-0. Pirates fans unhappy with that. Into center. Otto with a beat on it. Will make the catch for the second out.
Now batting, designated player number 17, Marina Garcia.
2 down. Designated player Mariana Garcia comes to the plate. There's a freshman from Arizona. Garcia popped out to short to end the first. Pirates fans continuing to vocalize their displeasure with what has been a tight strike zone from our home plate umpire. I'd say it's been the same for both teams, but it has been tight. Into shallow left. That'll drop in front of Nevada's. Unable to get there in time. A 2-out single for Garcia and the Tigers.
Now batting, pitcher number 27, Jordan Arce.
So Jordan Arce comes to the plate for the first at bat. Came in to replace Colawine in the bottom of the second. Junior from Thousand Oaks, California. See what she can do at the plate to aid her own cause. A .400 average. That's her 26th at bat of the season. But again, we mentioned the base runners both teams have had, and 2 more on board here for Trinity. Sun setting, a beautiful night sky out to the northeast here at Taylor Sanders Field. Behind center field as Arce chases that one low and away. Beautiful pitch from Vela. If she can pick up this final out. She struck out 2 in the second. The only strikeout she's recorded thus far. Arce chopped over to third off the heel of the glove. Collier unable to make a play. Tigers going to bring a run around. And it's 3-1 Trinity as Boudreaux comes in to score from second. So again, Pirates having trouble getting out of the inning. Collier on the hot corner, unable to make a play. I believe they're going to rule that a base hit. Arce safely at first. Her third baseman, Peyton Bowser, back up. No, that will be an error on the third baseman, Collier, E5. So they're going to say, excuse me, my initial impression was correct. It is a base hit. Bowser takes, now 1-2. Senior from Colorado could really aid her team here. They can find a little bit of insurance. 2 aboard. Two aboard, 2 away, 2-2 to Bowser. Underneath it, he'll stay in the infield. McCarthy calling everyone off. Pirates first baseman has it. But the visitor is able to tack on 2, and they extend the lead by as many, 3-1. Tigers as we head to the bottom of the third. Again, take the opportunity to thank our corporate sponsors, Don Hewlett Chevrolet and Buick, Airmark Food and Facility Services, Jeremiah's Italian Ice, and Frost Bank. Thanks to all of our corporate sponsors. I remind you once again, a doubleheader tomorrow, games 2 and 3 of this 3-game series. First pitch, 1 p.m. here at Taylor Sanders Field. A busy day of action between the Pirates and their rivals from down I-35. Trinity on the road now. Wrapped up that 9-game homestand. Finished things off with a loss on Tuesday against the top team in the conference, the Texas Lutheran University Bulldogs. So McCarthy, who ended the top of the inning, now a chance to lead off the bottom. Star senior first baseman, 0 of 1, having struck out swinging her first time up. This is her first time facing Arce, and as it is from the majority of the Pirates. Sharply hit, fair ball, right over first base into right field. No chance for McCarthy to advance on to second, but the Pirates with a lead-off single, and McCarthy safely aboard. Nicely done. So maybe that's the key, not being as patient, just jumping on these pitchers early. We will see. Alexander now on. She grounded out to short to end the first. Talk about that speed, that pop that Arce has. Obviously smaller in stature than the starter Colawine, but she definitely has the speed. That is not in question. And that's going to say, at least our home plate umpire is going to say, painted the bottom of the zone. That looked very low. And Pirate fans and their fourth-year head coach, Alexis Lynn, saw the same thing. She was not pleased with that strike call. Clark chases it low for strike two. Didn't chase it outside. Arce, who had thrown the previous two low, changing up location there. See what she has here with the 2-2. Back over the plate, right into foul territory. Whitaker giving chase, but just unable to get there. Good effort from Ella Whitaker. She was flying over, just couldn't make the grab. Low and in, full count to Alexander. Arce, definitely a power pitcher. She's allowed the leadoff batter aboard. McCarthy, what does Alexander have? Stays alive. Daniela Clark waiting on deck. Payoff pitch, hit sharply into left center, and it's gone. A 2-run home run from Torrin Alexander, and we are tied at 3. Torrin Alexander lifts that one over the left center field wall for her first home run of the season.
Now batting, second baseman, number 2, Daniela Clark.
Bases cleared. Still no outs. Daniela Clark in the 5-hole to the plate in a tie 3-3 ball game. And we mentioned Arce, she certainly has some velocity, but if you put it over the plate, Pirates, they can swing the sticks, and that is exactly what Alexander proved. How does Arce respond? Inside, 2-1 to Clark. Clark drew a walk to lead off the second. Not her only at bat. But again, the Pirates all facing Arce for the first time, who came on with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Got Collier to end the inning, strikeout swinging, did Collier. Full count now. Arce dealing with the first adversity since she stepped into the circle to replace Colawine. Still yet to pick up the first out here in the bottom of the third. Clark staying alive with a full count. Garza waiting on deck. Fouled off again. Clark doing a fantastic job in this at-bat. Sophomore from San Antonio just seeing pitch after pitch. Arce, a new ball. Same count, payoff. Into right. Whitaker with the first out of the inning.
Now batting, right fielder number 8, Cadence Garza.
One away for Garza. She's 1 for 1, a bunt single, her first at bat. A slow start. Trinity found one in the top of the first. Southwestern was able to equalize one of their own in the bottom of the second. The bats coming alive here in the third. Tigers took a 3-1 lead coming into the bottom of the inning. Southwestern was quickly able to equalize with a 2-run home run from Torrin Alexander. We'll see if the Pirates can take the lead. Arce just outside, continuing to try to paint that corner. Two and two now to Garza. Trinity second in the SCAC softball standings, Southwestern fourth. Southwestern trying to keep up with those top three, TLU, Trinity, and St. Thomas. Pirate batters, I should say, doing a very good job. Seeing a lot of pitches in every at-bat. They're patient. If it's there early in the at-bat, they'll certainly jump on it. As we've seen from McCarthy and Alexander to lead off the inning. But no easy outs in this Pirate lineup. Over to short, backhanded. Balsall across. 6-3. And Angela Balsall is a rock at shortstop for the Tigers.
Now batting, shortstop number 6, Darby Bird.
Junior from Antioch, California. Nothing has gotten by her today. 2 away. Pirate shortstop Darby Burke comes up, looking for her first hit. 0 for 1 with a strikeout swinging. Arce trying to get this final out. Keep it a tie ball game and let her offense get back to work. Freshman from Madisonville trying to change that narrative for the Pirates. We'll see. Fouled off for a 1-2 count. And Arce's first full inning of work came on with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. He would have strike out Callie Collier, pick up that 3rd and final out. She's giving up 2 runs here to the Pirates. They've been able to tie this ball game at 3. Burke, much like her predecessors, seen a lot of pitches fouling off pitch after pitch. Mentioned some of the tough competition the Pirates had early in the season, some of those non-conference matchups, preparing them for just this situation. You know the talent in the SCAC, Southwestern. They can battle with anybody. Full count. Payoff pitch. Burke down swinging to end the inning, but not before the Pirates equalize. A 2-run home run from Torn Alexander ties it at 3 through 3.
Southwestern Athletics is sponsored by Airmark Food and Facility Services, as well as Don Hewlett Chevrolet and Buick, Frostbank, and Jeremiah's Italian Ice. We appreciate their support. We would also like to announce the release of the new Southwestern Athletics free mobile app available for download in your app store. This is the proper way to keep up with all things Pirate Athletics.
Pirates senior righty Madison Vela back in the circle. Through 3 innings, he's given up 3 runs and 6 hits. Pirates also committed 1 error. It'll be 8-9-1 due up for the Tigers. Del Toro, Balsall, and Tagawa. And Del Toro, left fielder, leading things off is the junior from Cypress, Texas. Del Toro, strikeout swinging. One of 2 strikeouts that Vela picked up in the second. Her only strikeouts thus far. Vela with the 1-1. Misses just high. Mentioned the narrow dimensions of the strike zone today from our home plate umpire. Well, they've been narrow for both sides. Bit of frustration from both pitchers at times, but been called the same. As Del Toro sends that one foul. Angelo Balsall representing the bottom of the order, waiting on deck. Just off the mark, and the count now full to Del Toro. Payoff pitch. Fouled out of play. Both these teams very patient at the plate. It's really been the theme. This will head foul, just tailing off before it reached the third base bag. That and teams not taking advantage of base runners. Both teams left runners aboard. Three-two past a diving Burkett short. Del Toro is aboard with a leadoff single. The leadoff batter aboard in the bottom of the order. Shortstop Angelo Balso comes up. 0 for 1, having popped out to short to end the second. Squares around a bunt, lays it down. Third baseman comes in. The throw, nicely done by Clark, covering it first, and a good throw from Collier. The sacrifice bunt, doing its job, moving Del Toro into scoring position. And back to the top of the order. Tagawa is 1 for 2. Nicely done there. Change up on the first pitch, catching Tagawa. I don't think she anticipated that coming from Vela. Not in that instance, at least. Hit sharply, and that's going to go into center. They'll wave the runner around the throw. Not in time. Tagawa is safely at second, and the Tigers are back on top, 4-3. Well, back and forth we go. It's just how this game has been almost from the very beginning. Tagawa does her job, switching places with Del Toro. Speedy left fielder coming all the way in to score from second. As Coach Lynn wants to have a chat with her infield. Knows the situation right now with just one out. Another Tiger at second. And the heart of the order coming up. Whitaker at the plate. She's 1 for 2. Singled in the first. Also swiped a bag as well. We said it. This is a Tiger team. They are very happy to steal bases at any given opportunity. Coming into today, they attempted 71 stolen bases. They had been thrown out 3 times. 68 of 71 in stolen base attempts on the season. They've already tacked on a few more. Whitaker digs in. Sophomore from North Texas. Takes the first pitch off the glove. Clark unable to make a play at second. Throw coming. And thrown out at home. What a great throw from Garza coming up from right field. A bullet. And Trinity, it was always going to be close. I don't think they anticipated Garza an absolute cannon, and it was on the money as well. So 2 away, Whitaker now standing at second, having advanced on the throw. And the catcher, Hannah Boudreaux, at the plate. Boudreaux's 1 for 2. An RBI single, her last time up. Part of that 2-run third inning. Both teams plating 2 runs in the third. Nice pitch. Bella picking up the second stride as Boudreaux followed it a bit too far outside. Through the right side, past Clark. They will bring the runner in. Whitaker diving underneath the tag. Another good throw from Garza, but this time not in time. And there's insurance for the Tigers. 5-3 Trinity. The second run batted in of the ball game for Hannah Boudreaux. Boudreaux in the 3-hole, really getting it done. 2 for 3 with 2 runs batted in. Carson Lee, the cleanup hitter, at the plate. Lee, the talented junior first baseman, already 1 for 2, an RBI double in her first at bat. Great changeup there from Vela, catching Lee to even the count. Catches the outside corner yet again. Strike 2. Vela really starting to dial it in. The off speed, the changeup, all working. She's hitting her spots for sure. Just too far off the white that time. Boudreaux at first. After the run batted in. 2 away, 2-2 to Lee. Off the hands, into left. Nevada's comes in, and she's there to end the inning. But 2 more for the Tigers. They take a 5-3 lead into the bottom of the 4th.
Now leading off the bottom of the 4th inning for your Pirates, center fielder number 9, Erica Otto.
5-3 Trinity on top as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Southwestern looking to respond. It'll be 8-9 and 1 up for the Pirates. Otto, Nevada's, and back to the top of the order with Bell. Southwestern conceded 2 runs in the top of the 3rd. They responded with 2 of their own in the bottom. See if they can do the same here in the bottom of the 4th. Jordan Arce back in her second full inning of work for the junior righty out of Thousand Oaks, California. Arce gave up 2 runs in her first full inning of work. Too far inside. Caught her. Home plate umpire said, and that's exactly what Otto motioned. Got a piece of her. Well, hold on a second. There's an appeal down the first base line. Otto immediately took off to first. Now she's showing off her left forearm to the field umpire. Pirates fans saying they heard it. And Otto still at first as our umpire is continuing. No, and they're going to bring Otto back to the plate. And Otto continuing to show off the elbow. The home plate umpire seemingly unimpressed. Again, if it catches a piece of you, it catches a piece of the jersey, that's enough. It certainly appeared, at least upon the initial impression, that that is what happened, but home plate umpire is saying otherwise, so Otto back to the plate with the 2-0 count, and Pirates fans telling him what they think of him. Now 3-0. Well, the ball has a habit of righting things, if you will. Things kind of even out. We'll see if Otto draws the walk, but not here. Taking the whole way, and now 3-1. Otto unable to get to it. Kind of handcuffed as that one was coming in. Now a full count. This at bat is a big momentum one for both teams. If Arce can pick up the strikeout or just get the out, if Otto gets aboard as Otto fouls it off. Particularly when Pirates thought that they had a base runner as Otto was hit, and they certainly thought she was. It's one of those at-bats you can point to later in the game that can really turn the tide. Particularly Otto, the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the fourth. Otto able to check her swing and ultimately heads to first a little later than she thought, but as we said, things have a way of working themselves out. I think the Pirate fans will safely say that it did there. As Emily Nevada's left fielder representing the bottom of the order comes up. Hit into a fielder's choice in her first at bat. Offered bunt. And they're going to call Nevada's out. That one hit her coming out of the box. So Nevada is called out at the plate. And Coach Lynn is furious. She's out there saying a foul ball, where our home plate umpire is saying that Nevada it hit her coming out of the box. So a very strange start here at the bottom of the fourth. One aboard with Otto. One away. As back to the top of the order we go with Bell at the plate. Bell, 2 at-bats, two walks drawn by the freshman from Leander. Again, Southwestern all-time. The better record as Otto takes off. This one gets away from Boudreaux and easily on to second. Goes Otto for the Pirates. No, she's going to be called out. They're going to say she left early. And Coach Lynn just hands on ahead right now. And I think that's kind of sums it all up. Nothing going Southwestern's way here in the bottom of the fourth. Bases clear to 2 away. And Bell back to the plate. A quick 0-2 count. Needs to be careful she doesn't go down quickly here because all the momentum firmly on Trinity's side. Particularly with this 2-run lead. Bell able to fight that one off. Very strange turn of events for the Pirates here. Trinity. You can come back to the plate. But Bell has something else to say. Drops it into right. A shallow single perfectly placed by the freshman right in front of Whitaker. A 2-out single to keep the inning alive for Southwestern. A great piece of hitting from Emery Bell in that situation. That is exactly what Southwestern needed. Could not afford to go 3 up, 3 down and bring the Trinity bats back to the plate. At least not that quickly. Collier digs in, still looking for her first hit. Struck out swinging to end the second, her last appearance at the plate. Collier shows bunt. Out of the circle comes Arce. Nice job fielding the position from Jordan Arce for the 3rd out. The Southwestern leaves another runner stranded. Pirates not able to respond as we head to the 5th. 5-3, Tigers lead. Heart of the order, 5, 6, and 7 up for the Tigers. Mariana Garcia leads things off, does the designated player. 1 for 2, having singled her last at bat. Their pitcher, Jordan Arce, will follow, and then the third baseman, Peyton Bowser. Great opportunity here for Trinity to really find some breathing room. Currently up by 2 runs, and you would imagine Southwestern is very cognizant of that fact as well. Bella, been frustrating. She's trying to find the zone. When she thinks she has it, seemed to have moved a bit. Clark off the lip of the glove, couldn't make an outstanding play. And it's a leadoff single for Garcia and the Tigers. Clark did everything she could, just couldn't bring it in. That's frustrating for Southwestern. As good as Clark is at second, not a lot more she could have done with that. Just knocked it down and kept it to a single. As the visitors will bring a pinch runner on at first. And there's going to be a change in the circle for the Pirates, so that'll do it for Vela. We'll step aside and have the new Pirate pitcher after this. Pirates making a change in the circle. So Vela through 4 innings, giving up 5 runs on 10 hits, 1 error by her defense. The Pirates will bring in Cora Sepulvedo, the sophomore righty out of West Sabine High School. Sepulvedo, a 5.25 ERA, 10 2/3 innings pitched, giving up 16 hits, 9 runs. 8 of those earned, has walked 4, struck out 8 batters, averaging .340 against the sophomore from Pineland, Texas. Bunt laid down. Throw in time. Good work by Collier. But the sacrifice bunt from Arce, able to advance another Tiger into scoring position. Peyton Bowser now comes to the plate. Bowser digs in. Sepulvedo was too far inside there, tried to go low. Bowser 0 for 2, a strikeout looking. Popped out to first to end the third, her last appearance at the plate. Trinity just trying to pad this 2-run lead. With the runner at second and 1 out, a great chance for Bowser to do just that. Del Toro waiting on deck. Sepulvedo. Change up misses, and it's 3-1. Through the left side, a base hit. They will hold the runner at third, and there are Tigers on the corners. Coach Wittenauer has already seen one of her base runners thrown out at home, and she's given the Pirate outfielders due deference in their arms with a 2-run lead and only 1 out. He's wisely, at least in my estimation, going to keep runners on the corners as Del Toro comes up 1 for 2, having singled to shorten her last at bat. And Del Toro's hit by the pitch. Bases are loaded. So bases juiced, only 1 away. In the bottom of the order, Tiger shortstop Angela Balsell comes up. Also, junior from Antioch, California. Sacrifice bunt in her last at bat. She has been stellar defensively. Covers a huge amount of ground. All of her throws have been on target. See if she can help her team out from the plate. 2-0. Three and 0. And you can be absolutely sure Balsell's going to be taking the whole way here with the bases loaded and only 1 out. No reason for her to swing anything. And Sepulvedo knew it. She sent that one right down Main Street. Still Pirates sophomore behind in the count. And up and away. Walks in another run. 6-3 Tigers. After a slow start, Tigers 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 1 more here in the fifth. And we will see if there's a new Pirate pitcher as well. That may be a short outing for Sepulvedo, and it will. The Pirates making another change in the circle. We'll step aside and have the new Pirate pitcher momentarily. The Pirates will bring Haley Arrington on. Arrington, the senior lefty out of Glenn High School down the road in Leander. Arrington, a 4.59 ERA, 10 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 17 hits, 7 runs, all earned. Walked 1, struck out 4. Batters averaging 347 against the former Glenn Grizzly. Arrington comes in between a rock and a hard place with the top of the order up. Bases loaded and only 1 out. And the Tigers will have a pinch hitter in place of Tagawa. Casey Menchaca comes on, the freshman lefty out of Valferias, Texas. Down in South Texas. Menchaca, what a chance this is. You just dream about an at-bat like this. Two and two. Menchaca, 222 average, just her 10th at bat of the season. Fouls it off. Young lady from the butter capital of the great state of Texas. If you're getting your butter from anywhere else in Texas, you're not really from here. 2-2. Just missing. Menchaca gambled on that one. Payoff pitch, Arrington. With a 3-2, over to Clark. Thought she was able to apply the tag, and that's what the Pirate fans thought as well. She was not, but she will get Menchaca at first. And I think Coach Lynn saw the same thing, that she was able to apply the tag to the base runner and then made the throw. I thought it was going to be a double play to end the inning. It certainly looked like Clark did a good job. She was in the base path. It looked to me like tag was on the runner, but home plate umpire thought differently. As Ella Whitaker, the right fielder, now digs in. Whitaker, 2 for 3. Lays it down. The suicide squeeze, and the Tigers tack on another. What a job by Whitaker. 7-3. Perfectly placed bunt. So a 2 away, 2 aboard. Tigers on the corners. The catcher, Hannah Boudreaux, comes back. Boudreaux, 2 for 3, has 2 runs batted in, coming in her last 2 at-bats. Boudreaux. Clark unable to knock it down. I should say make a play, and it's 9-3. Boudreaux, 3 runs batted in. She's been an absolute terror. Pirates really having trouble getting out of this. Four runs having come here in the top of the 5th. Trinity looking for more, and they're going to have more, it appears. We'll see. Couldn't make a play. Oh, they held Whitaker at third. And Southwestern fortunate they did because Nevada's bobbled that one. And if they would have brought Whitaker around, she would have scored. But certainly Coach Wittenauer couldn't have assumed that that was going to be the case. As Coach Lynn out for the Pirates in the circle. Just trying to settle down Arrington in the Pirates infield. Having given up 4 runs here in the inning. And again, bases full of Tigers. And we're back to the 5-hole. Garcia led off the inning. Singled up the right side to get it started. Now she comes to the plate, her second at bat of the inning, but facing another Pirate hurler. Her first time up, it was Sepulvedo. Now she's been pulled in favor of Arrington. Arrington able to find the zone on the initial offering. Garcia fouled off, 0-2. See if Arrington can get out of this. Damage has already been done, but Trinity could well do more with the bases loaded. Oh, 2, slow roller. And Collier, third, wisely will let that one trickle foul. Garcia. That's going to drop in shallow center. Tigers are going to bring another in to score. They will hold the runner at third. The 2-out rally continues. Arce comes up. Trinity exploding. 5 runs here in the top of the inning. It is 10-3 in favor of the Tigers. Garcia, her second at bat of the inning, making the most of it. Still bases loaded for the Tigers. Still 2 outs. Their pitcher, Jordan Arce. What a chance this is for her. Things starting to unravel a bit for Southwestern here. Just trying to compose themselves, get out of the inning, but that is proving difficult to do. Arrington, good job there finding the outside corner. It was just a 2-run Tiger lead coming into the inning. They've extended it to 7. Arce awaiting the 0-2. Off the hands. These Tiger base runners with 2 outs taking off any contact. Fouled out of play. RSA cannot take any chances with an 0-2 count. RSA sacrifice bunt last time up. Fighting off pitch after pitch. Again, can't take any chances. She knows it. Two and two. RSA doing a good job not chasing. Remington just trying to get her to follow one outside. She hasn't done it thus far. Down swinging Arrington with the strikeout. Pirates needed that, but Trinity plating 5 in the top of the 5th. 10-3. Tigers lead. Again, we take the opportunity to thank our corporate sponsors, Don Hewitt Chevrolet and Buick, Airmark Food and Facility Services, Jeremiah's Italian Ice, and Frost Bank. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 up for the Pirates, having dug themselves a 7-run hole, trailing to 10-3 after a 5-run top of the 5th by Trinity. But the big bats due up. Megan McCarthy leading things off for Southwestern. We'll see if they can get things going. You're not going to get it all back at once, just simply one pitch at a time, get base runners, and then move them along and ultimately across the plate. Trinity trying to bounce back from a midweek loss at home against the top team in the SCAC as they fell to TLU in the Alamo City. That coming off a sweep of Concordia at home, part of their 9-game homestand, and they now head to the road for the next few. Southwestern this weekend, Shriner, back home to face Centenary in San Antonio. Southwestern will be hosting this year's SCAC Conference Tournament. That coming at the beginning of May, so mark your calendars. Hope you'll join us for that. We get things started Friday, May the 2nd, right here at beautiful Taylor Sanders Field. But you don't have to wait until then. Come join us tomorrow. Doubleheader. First pitch in Game 1, slated for 1 p.m. McCarthy fouled that one off her batter's helmet. Immediately comes up. Hand up. And I don't know if there's anyone on either team as tough as Megan McCarthy. And she just shakes off. No, I'm fine. No, absolutely. Let's get back to it. We've seen her run over at first. We've seen her take some absolute hot shots, and they don't phase her. This certainly didn't either. Coach Lynn out to check on her, and McCarthy immediately said, "No, you can go back to the dugout. I'm good." Senior from Indiana, impressive to say the least. She'll be sorely missed, but Pirates aren't worried about that. So a lot of her career left. So she gets that through past a diving Tagawa at second. A leadoff single for McCarthy. Her second leadoff single in a row. So she's getting it done, but she needs some help. Mentioned the only Pirate leads the Pirates with OPS percentage, I should say. Also leads them in walks, but she's doing it swinging the bat today. She will be replaced. It'll be Jody Glenn Millhouse comes on as the pinch runner for McCarthy. Speedy senior out of Canyon Lake. Alexander at the plate. Her last at bat, a two-run home run over the left field wall. I'm feeling Arce is not going to make that mistake again. Pirates hoping she will. Clark waiting on deck. A great pitch. That one crossing the plate from inside and ultimately finishing low and away to make it a 1-2 count. Alexander to center. There was Sydney Watson. Watson has not had much to do in center field. Did a good job reading that one off the barrel of the bat.
Now batting, number 2, Daniela Clark.
One away, still the pinch runner. Jody Glenn Millhouse waiting at first after McCarthy singled to lead off the inning. Clark at the plate. Pirates need base runners, but certainly don't think that they're going to attempt a steal. Over to short, throw to second, in time again. Angela Balsell there. She has just been outstanding. Nothing has gotten by her tonight. Give credit where credit is due. Junior shortstop from Antioch, California. I said it. Her range is impressive. Every throw on target gets the ball in and out of her glove so quickly. Pirates 2 quick outs. Garza to the plate. Garza 1 for 2, a bunt single in her first at bat. Grounded out to, you guessed it, Balsell at short in her last time up. Inside, finds the corner. Garza and the Pirates, not sure about that, but all that matters is it's a 1-2 count. Pirates have not plated a run since their 2 back in the third. Garza able to get just a piece of it. Another pitch fouled off by Garza. Not going quietly. Nor would you expect she would. Pirates trying to keep the inning alive, trying to get anything. We said it's just one at a time, just pitch by pitch. Two. Arce really had some smoke on that. She's trying to finish this last Pirate batter here and bring it to the sixth. Maybe trying to do a little too much. Just needs to relax. And it's a full count. The last two, I mean, she is, as I said, just trying to do a bit too much, you can tell. The pitchers, it's that fine line of just letting it go and staying well within your rhythm. Garza draws the walk. Nicely done. So Pirates at first and second. Arce pushing that a bit too much in those last two Pirate batters she faced. And Southwestern will bring a pinch hitter up in the 7-hole in place of Darby Burke. It's going to be Victoria Jackson Sears, this sophomore out of Plano East High School. Jackson Sears looking for her first hit of the season. This is just her 12th at bat. Couldn't catch up to that. Oh, and 2. Arce all of a sudden finding the zone. Jackson Sears in danger of going down without having lifted the bat off her shoulder. A piece of it to stay alive. Two aboard. 2 outs, 0-2. Jackson Sears down, looking to end the inning. So Pirates, after giving up 5 in the top of the inning, unable to respond in the bottom. 10-3 Trinity as we head to the 6th.
Southwestern Athletics would once again like to thank our corporate sponsors, Don Hewlett Chevrolet and Buick Airmark Food and Facility Services, Jeremiah's Italian Ice, and Frostbank for their support of Pirate Athletics.
Top of the sixth, bottom of the order, up for Trinity, 7, 8, and 9. Peyton Bowser leading things off. Hayden Del Toro and Angelo Balso will follow. The Pirates making numerous changes across the diamond. Southwestern bringing a lot of new faces on here. Trailing 10-3. Bowser 1 for 3, having singled through the left side, and her last at bat. Bowser hit by the pitch. Arrington went inside on her.
Now batting left fielder number 1, Hayden Del Toro.
So Del Toro comes up. Del Toro hit by a pitch in her last at bat. Previous to that, a single and a strikeout swinging. Junior left fielder finds herself ahead, 2-0. Also representing the bottom of the order, waiting on deck. Trinity trying to build on the momentum of that 5-run fifth inning. Southwestern couldn't respond. No runs in the bottom of the fifth. Nice job, Arrington, able to battle back to even the count, 2-2. Now a full count. Del Toro, like the vast majority of the Tigers lineup, patient at the plate. If they don't like it, they are not going to take a cut. Payoff pitch, Del Toro down swinging. Huge strikeout from Arrington. Also representing the bottom of the order at the plate. Arrington hoping that strikeout, her first in the ball game, will give her a confidence boost. And she's hit by the pitch. So 2 Tigers in the last 3 that have stepped to the plate have been hit by a pitch. That brings us back to the top of the order with the second baseman, Samantha Tagawa. So 2 aboard, only 1 out, and the top of the order up for Trinity. Arrington and the Pirates need to be very careful here.
Now batting number 13, Samantha Tagawa.
Initial offering high. One and one, Sagawa. Gilman over first, pinched in, anticipating a bunt or a slap from Tagawa. She's going to lay down the bunt. It'll be a foul ball, Tagawa. It's called dead ball by our home plate umpire. So dead ball with a 1-2 count. Southwestern may be fortunate. Tagawa, with her speed, may well have been able to turn that into a single to load the bases. 2-2. Tagawa rifling it foul. Arrington needs to be careful there. Tagawa just turning on that one a bit too much. Two aboard, 1 away. Outside, full count. Full credit to both these teams. Their batters, they're patient. Payoff pitch, Tagawa over to second. The Pirates unable to make the play, couldn't hold on, and the Tigers have loaded the bases yet again. Coming over to cover was the shortstop for Southwestern. Just couldn't keep a foot on the bag. That was a difficult play, but one you have to make in this situation. Whitaker to the plate. Whitaker 3 for 4 in the ball game. Sends that a slow roller over to second. Tag applied. Tigers will bring a run in, and it's 11-3. Happy to trade an out for a run. Abigail Miller, the senior righty. And the California product comes up for the first time in the ball game, and with 2 on the corners and 2 outs, Coach Lynn wants to have a quick word with Arrington. Pirates trailing 11-3 here in the top of the 6th. This game 1 in our 3-game series. Games 2 and 3 tomorrow, a doubleheader starting at 1 p.m. here at Taylor Sanders Field. It was close early on. Trinity struck first, a run in the first. Southwestern equalized, 1 in the second. Trinity pushed 2 across in the top of the third. Southwestern equalized with 2 in the bottom of the third. It was 3-3 through 3. Within 2 runs in the fourth and 5 in the fifth. As this one gets away, Trinity electing to keep the runner at third. So now 2 in scoring position for the Tigers with 2 outs, not taking any chances. Trinity is not taking the foot off the gas since the 4th inning. Southwestern has not been able to find a run since the 3rd. Two 2-0 to Miller. Miller just her 8th at bat of the season. .429 average. 3 hits in the previous 7 appearances at the plate. Inside. The throw down to third, not in time. Coming up and in on Miller. Nice pitch from Arrington for her first strike. Fouled off, 2-2 now. Two away, 2 aboard, 2-2. Missing outside. Full count to Abigail Miller. Miller off the hands. Looked up and in, but full count. Can't take any chances. Eleven to 3. Trinity on top here in the 6th. Southwestern just trying to keep this score line. Miller into center. Tigers going to bring 2 in to score. The throw not in time. 13 to 3. Trinity continuing to do damage with 2 outs. Miller, the pinch hitter, with a 2-run RBI single. As Carson Lee, the cleanup hitter, comes to the plate. Lee 2 for 4 is the first baseman. Got things going. An RBI double in the first. Not a lot of easy outs in that Trinity lineup, even with the pinch hitters coming off the bench. They've done damage today. Southwestern just hasn't been able to find a pitcher to settle down. It was Vela who got the start. Of course, Sepulvedo came on, but very briefly. Sepulvedo facing just 4 batters before she was pulled in favor of Haley Arrington, who's still out in the circle. Arrington's done a good job. It's been a difficult situation. In fact, she came in to a bases-loaded jam. Through the left side, another base hit. The 2-out rally continues. Mariana Garcia, the designated player, comes up. Garcia, 2 for 3 in the ballgame, a pair of singles, and she's hit by the pitch. So bases loaded yet again, and this is becoming an all too familiar occurrence here late in this one. Arce digs in. Bases loaded, 2 outs. A big cut for strike one. Talk so much about chance to aid your own cause as a pitcher. Doesn't get a lot better than this with the bases loaded. One and one. Tigers have plated a run in every run since the third. Strike two. Harrington just trying to pick up this final strike, put it into this inning. Southwestern trailing by 10. Lifted foul. Pirate fans a bit shell-shocked, you should say. Underneath this one into center. And the grab made. Otto does a fantastic job and had to bring the inning to a close, but not before the Tigers played three more. 13-3 Trinity. Southwestern coming up in the bottom of the sixth, trying to keep things alive. Again, we take the opportunity to thank our corporate sponsors, Don Hewlett Chevrolet and Buick, Airmark Food and Facility Services, Jeremiah's Italian Ice, and Frost Bank. Games 2 and 3 of the series tomorrow, 1 p.m. First pitch in Game 1. Hope you can join us in person. If not, stick with us. We'll bring you all the action live here from Taylor Sanders Field. And the Pirates looking to battle back. 8-9-1. Otto, Nevada's Bell due up. Visitors making a change in the circle as Heather Nugent comes on trying to close things out. Nugent, the sophomore righty out of Huntington Beach, California. 4.54 ERA. Record of 1-0, 12 1/3 innings pitched, giving up 13 hits, 8 runs, all earned. Walked 4, struck out 3. Batters averaging .265 against the Southern California native.
Now leading off the bottom of the sixth inning for your Pirates, center fielder number 9, Erica Otto.
Otto leading things off. She's 1 for 1. She's gotten aboard every time she's come to the plate. A single through the circle and a walk. But her first time facing Nugent. Quick 2-0 count. Nugent thus far unable to find the zone. Three 3-0. Nugent having some control issues as Peyton Bowser comes over from third. He's giving her a vote of confidence. Ball 4. So Otto walked on 4 pitches. First batter Nugent has faced, and not a great start for the Southern California native.
Number 13, Emily Navarez.
And Navarez comes up for Southwestern. Hit by a pitch in her last at bat as Nugent finally able to locate the strike zone. Gets away from the catcher. Otto easily on to second. Tigers have sent Kreischbaum out to start warming up, the sophomore righty out of Cedar Hills, Utah. We'll see how long the leash is for Nugent. Obviously a 10-run lead. But so far an inauspicious start. And that's going to go for a base hit into right field all the way to the wall. Otto coming around to score from second. Maybe that sparks something for Southwestern. Their first run since the third inning. Back to the top of the order. So Nevada's does her job. Ends up at second. Bell to the top of the plate. To the plate. The top of the order up. Gets away from the catcher yet again. And easily on to third goes Nevada's. The Tigers want to call time, and they want to have a quick word trying to settle down. That sophomore from Southern California. Everything has been going their way, really, since the fourth inning. Southwestern has cut the deficit back to single digits as they trail by 9. Another low pitch. Nugent continues to go very low in the zone, and right now her catcher bailing her out. Low and inside. So Miller behind the plate. She's been busy. 3-0 count to Bell. Over to second. And nicely done. Great play at second base. The defense coming up aces there for Nugent. We'll see if that settles her down a bit as Southwestern brings a run in. They've cut it to 8. With 1 out, no one aboard. Jaden Ewart comes up, does the sophomore from Corona, California, out of Norco High School. And for the first time, Nugent able to get ahead. 0-1 count here to her fellow Californian. And for strike 2. Maybe Nugent settling down just a bit. No one aboard. She can focus firmly on Ewart at the plate. He sends this one foul. Ewart a 125 average. 2 hits and 16 at-bats. Fouled off. Two and two. Good job for you not chasing as the count goes full. Otto drew a walk, the leadoff batter, first to face Nugent. You're not taking any chances here. Low, ball 4, able to draw the walk. The Pirates, a big runner aboard if they want to continue this one into the 7th. As Jody Glenn Millhouse comes up.
Batting, number 3, Jody Glenn Millhouse.
Senior from Canyon Lake, her first at bat. Over to third, but fielded in foul territory by Bowser. One aboard, one away, 1-1. Fouled off. Jody nearly chasing that one, but able to lay off to even the count at 2-2. That's great speed. If she can put bat to ball, always a difficult out. Down, swinging. Nugent picks up her first strikeout. And Macy Gilman digs in for the Pirates. Gilman, the freshman out of Kingwood High School, another Greater Houston area product. Her first at bat of the ball game. Pirates trying to keep things going here in the bottom of the 7th, trailing 13-5. 1-1 to Gilman. Just off. Thought that had found the zone. Tigers fans thought so as well. Home plate umpire had another opinion. Gilman able to foul it off, 2-2. There's a rough start for Nugent. What can she do here? Now a full count. Payoff pitch goes sky high, I'll say, in the infield. And the catch made to end it. The Tigers able to do it in 6, 13-5. The final. Reminder, games 2 and 3 for you tomorrow right here at Taylor Sanders Field. We'll have them for you first pitch, 1 p.m. Hope you'll join us for that one as well. That'll do it for us. The final, Trinity 13, Southwestern 5.